Welcome back, Austin Prep.
Spooky season is in full swing as Halloween approaches. The leaves are changing, the sun sets earlier, and it's getting really cold out.
Yeah, this is probably one of the safest Halloweens since 1998. The world hasn't been the same since the release of Halloween Town.
What's even scarier about 1998 is that's when Mr. Diapella graduated from Austin Prep.
That's terrifying. Not that Mr. Diapella graduated then, but Halloween Town? That movie still gives me nightmares.
It sure is, Marvin. For those of you that don't know me, I'm tj.dysart, co-host of this very new show, president of the school, producer for Baseball Ops, and soon-to-be Nutcracker dancer.
TJ, this is a news show, not a job interview.
Listen, you've always got to sell yourself, Marvin. You never know who's watching. John Coco of 7 News graduated here in 2004. He could be watching. He told me at Career Day that when he's retired, I could take his job.
Like that'll ever happen. Well, anyways, I'm Marvin, the more popular co-host.
This week on Midweek End Update, we're going on a blast to the past to show you some of the spookiest parts of Austin's history.
Take a journey and find out what your teachers were like in high school. It's probably scarier than any ghouls you'll meet on Halloween.
We start this episode with a welcome to all the alumni watching.
Whether you're living locally or even in a different country, we want to take you on a journey through the past, as well as show you what is new at Austin during these trying times.
Alright. Enough of the gloominess. Let's get started.
It always warms my heart to see 03 graduate Marissa McLaughlin working in the tech wing.
It's amazing that she went to Austin during the turn of the century and now works here keeping Austin technologically relevant during the 21st century.
What do you think back in the early 2000s that students used to put their MySpace handles in their yearbook?
Oh, it's amazing. If I could put the APS Media YouTube channel and Instagram account in my yearbook quote, I would. Shameless plug right here.
Well, my fingers are crossed that we have prom this year because after seeing Dr. Driscoll's senior yearbook photo, I was beyond inspired for an outfit.
Look at that bedazzled jacket, the mane. So inspiring.
Speaking of the Driscoll brothers, TJ and I were curious about their relationship in high school.
So we sat down and asked them some questions. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Driscoll Field. My name is tj.dysart.
And I'm Marvin James Twombley, coming in hot.
And today we are going to sit down with the Driscoll brothers of Austin Prep to see about their relationship. So, introducing our brand new assistant head and head of upper school, fresh off his doctorate, Dr. William Driscoll!
Here we go. It's gonna be a victory today.
All right, we got the biggest dog in the house, baby. The director of athletics coming in live in the flesh, Mr. Driscoll. Woo!
There we go.
I'm going to ask you some questions based off of your lives when you were around our age. Your job is to hold up whether it's Bill or Pat, who is more likely to do something. So,
Yeah, is he going to be able to remember that far back?
oh, he's already,
All right, go
we already
ahead.
got some shots taken out already.
Who was most likely to give away the
Life savings to charity. Who was the best at math?
No one. No one.
I don't think there's a card for this one.
Where's my sister's name?
Okay, now like most brothers do, I'm sure you've had some fights thick and thin, but always love at the end of the day. But who was more likely to start a fight?
That's a good one.
I knew it was all gonna end.
I want to know, like, forgetting roles and stuff.
Yep.
Who was the better athlete?
That's not even a question.
Who was the biggest mama boy?
It's unfair though. It's not intentional. So the Driscoll story is I get whatever I want because my mom automatically looks whenever I come home. And so it was a source of jealousy for a lot of members of the family. But I never asked for it, it just happened.
Which one got their way most of the time?
I just did the right thing, that's all.
Who was a pickier eater? Oh, there's some disagreement here. Explain the disagreement and the reasoning behind your choices so we can decide.
You can decide. He's a vegetarian, doesn't eat meat. Okay, his last name is Driscoll.
That's true.
So, last name is Driscoll. Okay, there's meat and potatoes in there, and my mother's maiden name's Pasquale too. There's a lot of chicken palm and fine Italian cold cuts. Okay, he has to get special treatment to get. So, but let's be honest. Okay, so I always host the 4th of July parties for the Driscoll family, and one of the biggest items that I have is steak tippies. Okay, like 20 pounds of steak tips, all that.
That's the best way to do it.
And I always gotta make a special like piece of fish. Okay, you tell me who's picky. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
That's true. The shrimp on the barbie is nice though. You're gonna admit.
All right, everybody, that's a wrap for today. We have found out some whoa.
This year we have 12 faculty alumni teaching at Austin Prep.
Wait. Is one of them Mr. Tevins?
No. Mr. Tevins is the dean of students, not a teacher. You know this.
How? How can Mr. Tevins be the most powerful man, have such a positive impact on this institution, and not attend this school?
Marvin, can we just stick to the script for once? Your obsession with Mr. Tevins takes up over a third of our airtime.
For the graduates of 93 who had missed out on Nate Bassini and the Nutcracker, well, I got a treat for you. I can't believe we're following in his footsteps, TJ.
Me neither. But let's save that for another episode. Let's talk superlatives.
There are many teachers around here that are worthy of some very interesting titles, some that you might know. Brian Russo, who graduated in 2009, won Most Stress.
Hard to believe with a smile like that. He sure hides it well. Speaking of hiding, faculty alum Michael Picard graduated in 2003 and came back years later. But I heard a rumor that the school was so fond of him that they kept him in cryostasis in the basement.
One of the most memorable quotes of Mr. B, graduate of 88, was, "Well, I'm scared, but here I go." Those were my exact words every time I took one of his quizzes.
I think it's really funny that one of Mr. Bassini's favorite memories at Austin was sociology class, and now his wife teaches it.
It all comes full circle, and let's hope it happens with him and his full head of hair.
I can't believe Mr. McKenzie won Most Likely to Be President, and now teaches about all of our prior presidents in history class.
With so much enthusiasm, you can hear him from across the building.
The House stands adjourned.
How old do you think that scary skeleton is in Mr. Capone's room?
I don't know, but I'm sure it hasn't been here as long as Capone has. He's practically fossilized into the school.
Apparently Pat Driscoll won Best Smile.
Looks like you're gonna follow in his footsteps, Marvin.
Okay, let's get to some real news.
The Convocation Mass is coming up on the 28th of October.
Finally, we'll see the 2021 banner fly high in the MPF.
Also, there's an official Austin Prep movie night on November 6th.
Very interesting, Mr. President.
Thank you. Gotta plug the student council activities every once in a while, too. Speaking of movies, the independent production company, the Salty Mantoons, is releasing a Star Wars fan film called The Battle on Mustafar on October 31st. The film features Student Council Secretary Liam Prigmore as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Midweek Update's very own writer, Conor Long, as Anakin Skywalker.
It's great to see AP students going above and beyond to create outside of school, especially in these trying times. You can find the film on the Salty Mantoons channel on YouTube on Halloween. How odd do you think it is that both Mr. Bassini and Mr. Diapella were both students around this time and now teach a class together?
Oh, it's like their fates were written amongst the stars, just intertwined since the beginning of their time at Austin.
How poetic. This may be all the time we have for this episode.
We just want to let you know right now that Midweek Update will be going on a brief hiatus to celebrate the upcoming fall harvest holidays.
We'll see you next time on Midweek Update.
Also, most likely.
Wait, is one of them Mr. Tevins? Wait. Is one of them Mr. Tevins? Wait, is one of them Mr. Tevins? Wait, is one of them Mr. Tevins? Wait, is one of them Mr. Tevins?